Faresh and her dog Daisy. Maryam is an animal advocate, pet mom, and the author of What About Daisy? Hi, Maryam. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Did we see Daisy? Can we see Daisy?
Yes,
There's
we
Daisy.
do. Yes, she's there. Thank you for being
thank you for bringing Daisy.
All right, so What About Daisy was the adoption that made you, fall in love with special needs animals.
Yes, Daisy, we rescued her at 3 months old. She was born blind and deaf. And we really didn't think much about it at the time because 10 years ago, rescuing special needs was not very common. Nowadays, everyone does it, right? But back then, we thought, okay, we can handle this. We were wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between what you thought you were signing up for and what actually happened?
Reality.
She was aggressive. She was scared. She was blind and deaf. It was very similar to Helen Keller's experience.
Yeah.
And so we had to manage that. And at the time, she had her seeing eye dog, Olivia, a pit mix, who was our savior. She is who she bonded with and who really taught her the way. And it took us almost 2 years to really bond with her and her to kind of calm and trust.
All right, right.
Well, we know that you were kind enough to bring a video of what your morning routine looks like with Daisy, right?
Yes.
So let's take a look at that so we get a better idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's take a look.
Louie is his little bowl's up there. Lily, she only eats dry food, so her bowl stays here. Louie's overweight, so he can only eat so much food a day. So we have to keep bringing this up and down for Lily when she'll decide to come out and eat. But Lily's scared of the world, so. Olivia takes about 7 pills twice a day. Olivia has a special bowl because she eats too fast. We have them on 2 different dog food. Then we also include some wet food in there for Olivia's stomach. We include oatmeal in Olivia's because of all the pills she takes. CBD oil, which she also gets, and Daisy also gets. Daisy for anxiety and Olivia for her pain, and she's now getting anxiety in her old age when she's 13.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
I was like, that's just the morning.
That was just the morning. And that was Olivia, her eyes and ears for 14 years, who recently passed. But
That's really hard. I'm so sorry. It's really hard when they lose their
companion.
friend.
yeah, she was everything to her.
Yeah.
So are you thinking about trying to get another?
It's been a journey in the last 3 months. We've brought in 2 dogs that didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we are on the road with a trainer she needs somebody.
Yeah. I know.
So here's my question. It's like, so there's a person out here who's watching. What would you tell them about, going out here and getting
Specifically
getting a dog who has special needs, or is there any advice or pet, any pet? I had a one-eye dog at one point, and I have friends who do what you do. They adopt special needs pets.
So my recommendation is patience. You have to understand that your life will be a little different than the average pet owner or pet parent, I should say, sorry. On some days, it's just the same. I mean, special needs pets are just like, your typical pet, but there are little things that are different. So you have to be patient and know that your lifestyle will adjust. The first 2 years with Daisy, it was like no different than having a newborn or a toddler in the house.
Right.
It was around the clock. And financially, you need to make sure you have that extra credit card.
Yes.
That you can always throw stuff on. And just the compassion, to know that this animal is with you for life.
And
Thank you.
That is
you are responsible for that animal.
Yes.
For your life.
Yes.
That is I think a huge deal for people to realize when they're adopting.
Absolutely.
This isn't maybe it'll work out. Like, no.
Yeah, you've made this commitment.
Yes.
And and it's not if it works out, you have to make it work.
You're trying to make it. You figure out what to do. When I adopted my dog Benny, he has major stomach issues, and he was allegedly a stray, but he was so sweet and nice. I was like, I don't think he was actually a stray.
No.
I think that he was owned by somebody, and they figured out that he had this stomach problem.
Wow.
And it took several years
and
thousands of dollars to find food that he could eat.
Oh, wow.
And monitoring. But that's the thing. It's like, making that commitment. But I know you're going to agree with me. I think rescues rescue you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they change your life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they make the biggest, best effect, especially a special needs animal, because it really does put things in perspective.
Yes,
and you
every
love
day
them.
it does, because you look at this animal who has to overcome these challenges every single, just like humans with special needs have to overcome every day. So it's really inspiring. It's worth it.
Now, how does Daisy adjust to a new dog? How does that? What's that process like?
It's a process.
Yes.
I have a trainer that I work with, Prestigious Pooch, and she's. We're learning as we go.
Right.
And so. It's really more so how that other dog will interact with Daisy.
Right.
That other dog has to not react. Daisy's never gotten along with other dogs. They don't know how to, they don't understand her. Like her weird behaviors.
Because she had to learn how to dog too.
She did, from Olivia,
from
right?
Olivia, right?
That's absolutely right. So because other dogs don't understand her behavior patterns and what she's sending to them, it takes a unique dog. It takes a dog who's not going to react to her or actually just sit and take the time to figure her out.
Right.
Okay, this isn't aggressive. This is just playful or curious. So we haven't found that dog yet.
Well, thank you so much, Maryam and Olivia.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for being here, Daisy.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. And this book is fabulous.
Yes.
It's adorable.
What about Daisy?
What about
Pick it up.
Daisy?
Me Time with Frangela.